Hello and welcome to this unusual low FODMAP vegan Aldi haul. This might seem like a bit of a random haul and it's definitely not a good example of a weekly food shop. So please don't worry, this is not everything that I ate this week. It's really just a collection of things I've found in Aldi over the past few weeks, but for me they're all things that I was pleasantly surprised to find as vegan and mostly low FODMAP. The types of things I would usually have to make a special trip to one of the big supermarkets for. Now if you live in a big city or somewhere with huge Aldi superstores and lots of vegan low FODMAP options, then you might find this haul to be pretty standard. But for me, over here in my quiet little corner of the countryside, I'm probably more easily impressed than most. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it and that it helps you to discover something different next time you shop at Aldi. All prices are correct as of July 2018. Hashtag not sponsored. First up is this Actileaf unsweetened almond milk. I think it's reasonably priced at 99p for 1 litre. I always buy unsweetened milk so I have the option of using it in savoury dishes if I need to. This one is fortified with calcium, vitamin B2, B12 and vitamin D. For me, it's not a make or break factor when choosing which plant milk to buy, but I know it's a concern for some people. This one specifies vegan on the front, so you don't need to worry about the source of the fortified vitamins. I find this to be equally as good as the branded versions costing twice the price, but I don't have milk in coffee or hot drinks, so I can't review how it compares when used like that. I have heated it for cooking and used it in sauces and it worked fine. Next up are these cracked black pepper oatcakes, which I think are a bargain at 55p. Oatcakes are a fantastic source of fibre for low FODMAPers and I try to eat some at least several times a week. These ones are packaged in the same way as most of the branded varieties, divided into packs of 6 oatcakes. I think they're a great snack to have on hand and one of my favourite ways of using up that precious eighth of an avocado. Moving on to something I've never seen before, organic edamame spaghetti. This was $1.99 for 200 grams, which is more than I'd normally spend on pasta, but I really wanted to try it for its novelty value and also its high protein content. This is going to be a bit of an experiment and I wouldn't advise it if you're in the elimination phase of the diet. The ingredients are listed as 100% organic edamame soya beans, which thankfully I know I'm able to tolerate. I'm not sure if or how the process of turning the beans into pasta will affect the FODMAP levels, but for 22 grams of protein per 50 gram serving, I'm willing to give it a try. Since moving into the reintroduction phase, I'm much more prone to experimenting with FODMAPs in an effort to eat the widest range of food possible. I think it's really important not to get into a fear mentality when it comes to introducing foods not yet featured on the Monash approved list. I'll be sure to let you know how it goes and I may even feature them in a future recipe. Other than rice, quinoa is the only other low FODMAP grain regularly available in Aldi. At £1.09 for 300 grams, it's also slightly cheaper than the big 5 supermarkets. It's an excellent source of protein and fibre for vegan low FODMAPers, containing about 8 grams of each per serving. This one is something I've heard lots about from American and Canadian vegans that I follow, sriracha mayo. I'd never tried it before now and I can tell you it's definitely not for the faint-hearted. I'm unable to get vegan mayo anywhere other than a big supermarket shop, so I hope this would make a good alternative, but it's honestly too spicy for me to use as a regular mayo. Now a quick disclaimer, this does contain a small amount of garlic, so it's only really suitable for those of you in the FODMAP maintenance phase who've tested an acceptable tolerance to it. As it's quite an unusual product and it's featured a lot as a condiment in vegan recipes, I felt like I should still include it. This one is £1.69 for 200ml. Now on to some sweet treats. This dark chocolate with sea salt is my absolute favourite. When I first turned vegan, decent, affordable, easily available chocolate was something I really struggled to find and one of the things I missed the most. My taste for dark chocolate has definitely developed over the years as I couldn't eat it at all when I was younger. What I especially like about this one is the way it's split up into several individual bars which make it really handy for taking on the go. You get about 6 of these bars per pack for £1.29, which is excellent compared to some dedicated vegan chocolate bars. Thankfully, this one's accidentally vegan, which is reflected in the price. Not only is it cheaper, but I find it much tastier than most vegan chocolate I've tried. I was so surprised to find these Lazy Day Foods free from bars in my local Aldi. I usually treat myself to these every few months when we do a big supermarket shop. They do a small variety of flavours, but these crispy squares and the tiffin are my favourites. Lazy Day Foods are a dedicated free-from company. All of their products are clearly marked, with the majority being suitable for both vegans and celiacs. Both of these were £1.85 in Aldi, which is about 50p cheaper than I usually pay for them. They're the perfect size for a treat without leaving you feeling too sickly or as if you've overindulged. I like these so much that I'll often have them as an easy, ready-made go-to dessert, especially around Christmas time or when visiting family, so that I don't feel left out when it's time for treats. Moving on to superfoods and the types of items I usually expect to find in specialist health food shops. Starting with cacao and maca powder. In the past, I've paid a small fortune for both of these items, so I was well chuffed at finding them in Aldi for £1.99 each. Those of you that have watched the channel for a little while will have seen me use both these powders in a variety of ways. I especially like using them on a morning, in porridge, or blending them into smoothies and iced coffee. I keep promising myself that someday I'll do some baking with them, and now finding them in Aldi for this price, I've no excuses. They come in resealable foil pouches to keep them fresher for longer. And the superfoods just keep on coming, with these whole black chia seeds at £1.15 for 200 grams. If you've not jumped on the chia train yet, then these ones from Aldi are a great place to start. These are another item I spent way too much money on when I first discovered them. These come in a resealable pack for freshness and are a fantastic source of fibre. They also make a great vegan low FODMAP egg replacer. I like to sprinkle them on porridge, yoghurt, smoothies and salads. Another completely unexpected find is this organic coconut sugar. I've never used or bought it before, but for £1.69 for 250 grams it seemed like a good price. It's only low FODMAP at 1 teaspoon, but if you prefer it to more refined sugar, then at least it's an option. And finally, just to prove that none of us get it right all the time, welcome to my blooper. I was so excited by this gluten and wheat-free alternative to flour that I completely forgot to check if it was low FODMAP. Unfortunately, it's incredibly high FODMAP, but you live and learn. I really hope you've enjoyed this mostly low FODMAP food haul. Let me know in the comments below if you've found any of these goodies in your local Aldi. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.